मुलाकातों का कारवां जारी रहेगा, आपके साथ गानों का कारवां जारी रहेगा, म्यूजिक और एंटरटेनमेंट की जर्नी रहेगी यादगार, क्योंकि कारवां जुड़ा है फनीशा फैमिली के संग इस बार। रेडियो कारवां is excited to become a part of Furniture family. Treat your senses with music and entertainment and the magic of Funicious programming. Tune in to 104.9 FM. Radio का असली फन अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त। दिल की खुशी जब चेहरे पे झलकती है, जब होठों पे ही नहीं आंखों में भी मुस्कान होती है, और मुस्कुराहट भरे ऐसे माहौल में what adds beauty to the beautiful is your attire, which adds that extra sparkle to your happiness. तो ऐसे हर खास मौके पर साथ है हमेशा आपके मान्यवर। Traditional celebration dinner for men, women, and children, crafted with exclusive blended fabrics only at Millard. Located in Irving, on the east service of 635 and Beltline at Regent. It's Millard. If you want to give your taste buds a new thrill, then visit Roti Grill. Embark on a tantalizing journey through the vibrant flavors of India at Roti Grill's authentic Indian cuisine. Explore the creamy, jaw-dropping and mouth-watering butter chicken, aromatic biryani, and perfectly spiced vegetable and paneer wraps. Also, gather your loved ones and join us in Frisco at Star Cowboy Shopping Center or Uptown Dallas for an unforgettable dining experience. Now, hookahs are also available in Roti Grill. For more exciting cuisines, log on to freshindianfood.com.
So the English translation right here is that, दुनिया को राजी करके क्या करना, सारी खुशियां जो हैं वो मिल जाएंगी, तो फिर पीछे क्या रह जाएगा, तो तू झूम झूम झूम. This is Saima Dillon, and you're listening to me on Radio Caravan, which is part of the Fun Asia network. And this is 104.1 FM. And this is Saima. I come to you on Saturdays now from 12:30 to 1. And when I come, I talk about different things, whether it has to do with real estate, it has to do with life. I believe in touching lives, and I'll share something extremely, I think life jo hai, if we are surrounded by these, we are surrounded by these miracles. हमारे इर्द गिर्द अगर हम देखें, so there are just so many tiny miracles around us that we are surrounded with. Life is about gratitude. I think gratitude is what makes us keep going forward in life. And gratitude is what gives us hope, and it gives us that oomph. It changes our energy when we start seeing beauty in small things. अगर आप मुझे follow करते हैं, so you will see, or you might have heard, I always say that I get my energy from the sun. तो जो sun है, धूप, उससे मुझे energy मिलती है, and उससे मुझे ये feel होता है कि I kind of revive, and मेरे अंदर से, I kind of activate, my energy gets activated from the sunlight. So आज बाहर धूप निकली हुई है, the sun is out today, and it brings a smile to my face. It gives me hope. It gives me this feeling of perseverance, this feeling of the ability to be able to put aside all things which all hindrances, sari rukawatein, all those things which are trying to hold us back, and perhaps most of it is ourselves. Perhaps it's our thoughts, it's everything which is coming from within that is holding us back. Perhaps it is when they say your thoughts create your destiny. maybe so I do a lot of introspection, and I'm always thinking, and I'm always doing self reflection. And when they say that your thoughts create your destiny, it's like, okay, how do you work on changing your thoughts? How do you bring change in your own life so that you can change your trajectory, you can rewrite your own story, and you can change the journey of your life. This is Saima, and मैं आपके पास आती हूँ हर सैटरडे को फ्रॉम 12:30 to 1. And I believe in touching lives. By profession, I'm a real estate agent. I do real estate, and I have done real estate for the past 19 years. तो अभी मेरे से कोई पूछ रहा था कि आप कौन सा रियल एस्टेट करती हैं, and I was like, you know what, after 19 years, there is so much that has been done. There is so much, different aspects of commercial real estate, which I multifamily ho, which I land development ho. Alag alag cheezein I try. I love to learn. I love to evolve. I love to grow. And I keep challenging myself in that process. Something so beautiful that I was sharing when I was talking about was the small miracles of life and the small things which fills me with gratitude. The small things. This weekend, we celebrated this beautiful. I went to this birthday, and वहाँ पर this 19-year-old boy, who's my friend's son, and he tells me that, you know, he looks at me and he tells me that whenever I'm in some kind of difficulty, whenever I'm in my car, or my phone is out of battery, or I'm rushing, and I'm flustered, somehow or the other, your radio show comes on, and I listen to you, and you're talking about hope, and you're talking about inspiration, and you're talking about motivation, and you're talking about how everything will be okay no matter what we go through in life. जो भी रुकावटें हैं, वो सब ठीक हो जाएगा. Everything is going to be fine. And he said to me that somehow आपका show आ जाता है. Your show comes up when I'm like really stressing, and it changes my energy. It changes how I'm feeling, and it gives me hope. And I was so flabbergasted. I was just like, I was in awe. I was just like, wow, really? Um, I mean, how how amazing is that, right? That ability where the universe brings you in the pathway of other people, and whose life you're able to touch in the smallest ways. And when this boy told me that, I mean, this is a 19-year-old boy. And first of all, I love Gen Z. I love this generation, because this generation is just so authentic, and they have the courage to be themselves. They are the generation which is coming out of that phase where they're always, where, in our lives, it's always been, okay, I can't wear this because what will people say? I can't explore myself because what will people say? I can't do as my heart pleases because what will people say? And for the past several years, I've been working on myself to come out of this mode where you're worried about what will people say, because people will judge you. That is what people do, they judge. And when this boy tells me, that it makes a difference, that I just come on when he is in his lowest moment, it just makes me feel how on this energetic level, right, how on this level we connect to each other, and somehow our paths cross, and we are able to, as I work on my own life and changing my own trajectory, becoming more authentic, becoming more genuine, the showcasing the ability to, to showcase my true self. How our paths cross with different people because of the energetic waves, which somehow we transcend into this this level of universe, where kind of we start exchanging energies, and we start somehow our paths cross, and all these amazing cool things start happening. So you're listening to Saima Dillon. I did mention that I do real estate. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, please do reach out to me. You can email me at vip@saimadillon.com, and that's VIP like Victor India Papa at Saima, SAIMA DHILLON.com. You can follow me on social media. I'm on LinkedIn and Instagram. I am live on Instagram right now. I am live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm live streaming on these multiple channels. I would love, if you're on social media, I would love for you to connect with me, Saima Dillon. 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106. I did want to share that mortgage application activity is on the rise. So, according to data from Mortgage Bankers Association, this week ending November 10th, there was an increase in applications of 2.8% on a seasonally adjusted basis from 1 week earlier. So, we are seeing more activity in the Dallas Fort Worth area. There are still pockets which are we are in a seller's market, even while we go through these high interest rates, even while we are going through these adjustments in the client in the mortgage world, the real estate world. We are seeing some pockets within DFW which are still in seller's market. Again, based on the different cities have a different reaction. The newer the cities are, we are seeing more adjustment. Now, here's the thing, that because of the fact that there is limited inventory in the market, there's not a whole lot which is available for sale. We are seeing builders who are out there, and builders are giving opportunities. We are seeing a decline in prices, almost, again, depending on the city. So within Dallas Fort Worth, different cities will react differently. They are reacting differently. So a city like Aubrey, perhaps a city like Princeton, we are seeing almost like a 20% price reduction, which is being given by builders. There are builders are giving you incentives on buying homes. They are giving you buy down. So what basically a buy down is, they are coming the big builders are going in and spending money to buy down the interest rates. So they are spending a lot of money so that the market can keep its stability, and they're buying down the interest rates and giving you those interest rates for a different lower interest rate for year one, a lower interest. So it just depends on what kind of a buy down rate it is. It could be a 3-2-1 buy down, it could be a 1-2 buy down, which means the first year आपका interest rate will be at a certain level, second year your interest rate will be at a different level. So it just depends. And third year, if it's a 1-2-3 buy down, then third year it will be a different level before it goes into whatever interest rate there is in the market. But we are seeing that the market has the mortgage applications have picked up. We are also seeing this phenomena, this growing trend amongst younger home buyers, the pursuit of a property that enables them to engage in house hacking. So ये एक नया phrase है, which is being coming into play by Gen Z and by millennials, and it's called house hacking, a new phrase for renting out part or all of the residence for extra cash. So according to Zillow, most millennials, which is 55%, and Gen Z, which is 51% buyers, consider it to be extremely important to have the opportunity to stay in one room and to rent out other parts of the house for extra income while they are living in it. So, this is something, if you've been following me, I tell everyone that you need to be a real estate investor. Being a real estate, every person needs to be a real estate investor. If your portfolio needs to be diversified by being a real estate investor, you should have if you have good income coming in, you have good jobs, within 15 years time, your goal should be that you should have 5 investment properties, out of which at least 3 properties should be paid off within the 15 to 17-year time frame, so that you are able to start generating passive income for yourself. हमेशा इंसान एक सेम लेवल के ऊपर फंक्शन नहीं कर रहा होता. You don't have the same energy. You might have a desire to start your own business. You might have the desire to go back to school. You might have the desire to do something different. Different things happen, illnesses, बीमारियां. हम plans तो इस तरह बनाते हैं कि जैसे we are going to be here forever. We make all these plans. We just don't understand कि जिंदगी इतनी unpredictable है कि हम we just don't know what awaits down the road and in this unpredictable life. तो ये जिंदगी में बीमारियां भी आती हैं, ये जिंदगी में लाइफ चैलेंजेस कंटिन्यूसली चल रहे होते हैं. और जब ये लाइफ चैलेंजेस आते हैं, तो when you spend, if as long as you have good income, as long as you have around 6 months of holding power, go and buy a house, like literally right now, especially if you're renting, or if you are living in a house, you have flexibility. Let's put that house of yours out for rent. Let's rent that home out. Do take out money based on the equity in your home, utilize that and go buy your second house. You can buy that house base. Agar aap first time home buyers hain, you can literally get into a house with 3.5% down FHA. 3.5% means कि अगर 3 लाख का घर है, so you are able to get into a house, somewhere between around $15,000. You get into that house, you live in that house for 1 year, do what this house hacking is. You rent out the additional rooms in the house and you live in that house and you stay there for 1 year, and then you lease out every single unit and you move on to your next home and your next home. I mean, especially for youngsters, young people who are studying in colleges, college campuses ke upar hain, help your children become real estate investors. So having said that, there are, I'm going to transition into, heart to heart. And when I talk about heart to heart, I'm talking about, we're going to talk, just share a few things from, the depth of our heart. And I'm going to start by this quotation, which is called, it's a quotation by Rumi, and it says, I hear a drum in my soul's ear coming from the depth of the stars. It's a very deep quotation, though you have to probably be a bit of a a philosopher to be able to kind of, understand or because I um, like to get into philosophy. I look at my life from a philosophical perspective as well. And so I would like to read this beautiful poem to you, which is again in tune with the quotation that I just read to you. And this poem is called Star Dust. It says, I have been here, the essence of being, forged in the sweet nectar of darkness, a spiraling helix fire, born of naked mystery, burning into the oceans of roaring creativity. I'm dust and ashes of soul, stained by the light, a pilgrim on the serpentine road, surrendering to the rhythm of love, a rhapsody baptized in revelation, conjuring with the angels, rolling in my bones. I'm from elsewhere, a burgeoning ripple, the swelling storm of presence, above thought, beyond form, wind song drenched in wine, the child of cosmic suit disappearing into the broken stones of time. This is a poem that's called Stardust. It's by the poet is Jamie Millard, and basically, it's just talking about um, being in a different living in this energetic space, living in this energetic world, where you are connecting to each other on an energetic level in this different sphere, where we are not we where we are all more one. The differences, we are above those differences, the differences which are coming, which are inbred in us through religions or through cultures, and through the color of our skin, all these things which society, especially when it comes to the color of the skin, cultural, a lot of stuff which comes from the cultures, so much chaos that comes from cultures, where you're taught to make distinction between each other, okay, who's better, who's worse, based on this culture. You If you really put everything aside and you realize that on an energetic level, humanity is the same. When you hurt people by bombing and destruction, when you do that, you're destroying mankind. When you look around you and you see how big this world is, with so much land and so much space, yet there's so much destruction of mankind that you actually see happening around you. And that is just so sad. It's extremely sad when you see humanity after each other. It's so sad when you you know so there is uh, this Canadian writer, Richard Wegemis, who wrote that when I allow myself to feel my body, when I can inhibit it and allow myself to close off the world beyond my flesh. So when you move beyond the existence of your flesh, I become who I am, energy and spirit. I'm not my mind, I'm not my brain. I'm stardust, comets, nebulae, and galaxies. I'm trees and wind and stone. I'm space, I am emptiness and wholeness at the same time. This is when my body sings to me a glorious ancient song. So when you really start, and of course this is philosophy, right, when you start really thinking about the essence of things, you realize how absolutely similar you are on a human level, and you start looking at the glass being half empty, where you're pinpointing each other's differences, and you're focused on everyone's differences instead of everyone's similarities. You're listening to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Saturday. By profession, I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing real estate for 19 years. But whether I do real estate, I talk about life, I talk about philosophy, I talk about self reflection. Whatever I talk about, I believe in touching lives. And I hope and I pray that whatever space you're in, whoever it is that is listening to the show right now, that wherever your heart might be broken, or wherever there might be cracks in your spirit, I send you this stardust, and I send you these positive vibes, and I send you this positive energy. And I hope that it helps you heal your soul. As we go through this journey of life, we are all fighting different battles which are not visible on the forefront. But when you start shedding so much of your baggage, life starts becoming easier. The more baggage you shed, the more you appreciate each other just on a human level. The more gratitude, the more tolerance, the more patience comes in for you to realize that there's not just one way to reach your destination. There are multiple ways to reach your destination. And you can choose different ways to reach your destination. And the more I am looking into it, the more I'm realizing that if a certain way works for you and it gives you solace and it gives you happiness, then that's okay. And then that's the way that works for you. We are in the last minute of the show. You're listening to Heart with Saima. I would love for you to follow me on social media. I would love for you to follow me on under Saima Dillon, Saima Malik Dillon, on Facebook or Instagram. I'm streaming this show live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So if you are on YouTube and LinkedIn, you're able to watch me live. So do follow me. This is Heart to Heart with Saima. There are different opportunities in real estate for investors and for home buyers. Let's get in touch with me. Let's talk. Let's make a plan for you. 972-244-3106. Every person should become a real estate investor. There is an event center, a church for sale. If you're interested, reach out to me. Have an awesome Saturday.
You are listening to 104.1 FM KTCG, beaming with community growing, Sanger, Texas, for AT radios.
Thank you all for being here and for being a part of my journey.
Is making KHSE Wiley 700 AM Radio Caravan. Join the caravan. Powered by Discount Power. For more information, visit discountpowertx.com. When you are thinking about kurta, lehenga, or sari to go with your chuli, chunri, or janwali, launch your traditional side with clothes from Toshani and Toshani Fab.